Let's go on to story number 4, reported by Lad Bible. So there's a volunteer working on the front lines of the Russia-Ukraine war, and they were looking for ways to raise money for the Ukrainian army. They came up with a pretty unique solution to raise money. Aanchal Vash, what did they come up with?
Social media.
You can buy a personalized message on an artillery shell that will be fired at Russian troops. Joel, do you have that ad? Okay, it's kind of hard to see. This was posted on Telegram. For $100, soldiers will write your message on the side of a 152 millimeter artillery shell that will then be fired at Russian troops. You can wish someone a happy birthday. You can wish someone a painful death. You can do a marriage proposal, whatever you want. The price originally was $40, but the demand was so great that they actually raised the price to $100. So many people wanted to personalize a shell and fire them at the Russians. So, Aanchal Vash, if you were going to personalize a weapon of war, what message would you put on it?
Love wins.
On an artillery shell. That's what you would put on an artillery shell.
First of all, I find this whole thing ridiculous.
Yeah, it's true. It's a true story.
But I can see why people would buy that. What is wrong with us?
That's why Know Your News was created, Chili. That's why. Because these stories are ridiculous, but they are 100% real. You know what people have said to me so many times when I do this? They say, how do you find 10 stories every week? It must be really hard to find 10 stories. And my answer to them every week is,
no.
I have to pick from like 25.
No way.
And I gotta narrow the list down to 10.
So you're on top of your stuff. You know your news.
I know my news. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, here we go. It's time for story number 1, the last story of the week. And another good one because, you know, this is what I have to find every week, Chili, and I try to find good ones for you. So there's a man on Reddit, goes by the name UND Student, and he was tired of listening to his neighbor's dog barking for hours on end, and it seemed like the owner didn't want to do anything to stop it. So Mr. UND Student, he got creative in order to send the message across. He wanted to find a way to send a message across to his neighbor to, you know, chill with the dog. What did he do, Aanchal Vash?
He wrote a hate note and left it outside the door.
That's a good guess. He changed his Wi-Fi name to Shut Your Fucking Dog Up. Joel, do we have a screenshot? You can see it there. And then he had a secondary Wi-Fi network, and he called the secondary Wi-Fi network, or I will call the cops.
That is so not subtle.
Yes. So he knew, because you know how you can see your neighbor's Wi-Fi when you pull up Wi-Fi networks, you can see your neighbor's Wi-Fi network. And he knew this guy's going to see Shut Your Fucking Dog Up or I will call the cops. And that's what he did. I thought it was brilliant, Chili. Didn't you think?
That is way better than someone leaving a hate note outside your door or calling animal control.
I thought so too. So have you ever had to deal with an annoying roommate or an annoying neighbor on an ongoing basis? Maybe they were playing loud music at night or doing something else irritating. Have you ever had to deal with that?
I think it's gone both ways. So I actually have a puppy myself here.
You do?
And, yeah, when he was very little, it was during the pandemic when I got him. My neighbors couldn't stand him because he's like an American Eskimo Japanese Spitz mix. He's a guard dog, you know. So anytime there's anyone outside, he would bark away, right? So I got a bunch of hate notes at my door.
You did?
Hate notes, like to a point where my friends would just take it if they're coming inside my apartment. They would just take it and not even show it to me, not tell me about it until months later.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Chili, keep an eye out on the Wi-Fi networks.
I prefer that. I think that's way more subtle than that act.
Well, until they say they're going to call the cops, but you know.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. Otherwise, we'll start posting spoilers about your favorite new movies.